Show. 8:46. We've got attorney Jonna Spilbor in the studio with us. And, the video everybody here in the Hudson Valley is talking about this week is the video that went viral about the bouncer and the customer at Milo's Cantina in Poughkeepsie.
Yeah.
The video shows the bouncer grabbing the guy around the neck and bringing him down to the ground. And I guess it went to the police, and now there's not going to be any charges in the case or anything like that. So, full disclosure, you're the attorney, right?
Yep, we represent Milo's.
All right, so I don't want to get into too much of the details. I know you can't talk about a lot of the stuff, but in broad strokes, let's talk about bouncers at bars. What do they have different regulations or rules regarding physical contact with people than just an average bar goer?
Yeah, they do. Under the general obligations law, some bouncers do enjoy a little bit of protection from criminal prosecution, civil liability because of the nature of their job. That's not to say that, can you have an instance where a bouncer acts excessively with regard to a patron and that might open up some potential liability? Yes, you can. That happens. However, that was not the case here. And I was surprised that the video went viral. And I think I was even more surprised by the reaction of the public, because what you guys don't have is what I have. And that's a whole other video that depicts what went on right before the video that has gone public, has gone viral, shows. And it tells a far different story than what's seen on the viral video.
Yeah. Now I haven't seen what you have. I have no idea what other videos out there, but all I know is the video that I saw. And we share like these things here at the radio station when we're like writing stories and stuff for our websites, and we kind of talk amongst ourselves. So I saw it and I was like, well, this is a no story. I've seen worse than this at a bar, and it's obvious something happened for the bouncer to do this.
Yeah. And
like the fact that everybody was just standing there and no one was shocked that the bouncer did it means that this guy probably did something terrible to deserve that. And for some reason, when I saw it, I was like, well, this is no big deal. I was also surprised that so many people were angry at the bouncer.
Me too.
Because it seemed like he was just doing his job.
But I mean, I was on the opposite from Boris, because I looked at it, and what I saw in the video that we saw was it looked like, and obviously you're telling me now there was a reason, but it looked like that bouncer was ready for a fight, the way he was like stomping his feet, and it looked like he was just waiting to be able to do that. Again, I don't know what led up to it, but I was one of those people like, whoa, you can't do that. But I guess you can.
I mean, no, it's one of those situations where obviously the bouncer just didn't go up to some random well-behaved customer and decide to take him to the ground. That didn't happen.
I knew that there was a dispute, but it just seemed excessive to me. But again, I didn't see the video you have.
Right. So the information that I have that nobody else has, you would understand that this was clearly a safety issue, and like a big safety issue, not a little minor safety issue. It was a safety issue. So if the public knew that, they probably would be applauding this bouncer, not threatening to kill him, to kill all of Milo's family, to, horrible, horrible threats. All of the people who work there have received online is disgusting, and I really hope that can stop now.
Well, here's my question then. So why doesn't, like, when stuff like this happens, and there's always two sides to a story, how come like Milo's doesn't like release their video and their story and tell everybody what happened? Because I think that the public should know that. Like, are there like legal ramifications? There's still stuff going on that it wouldn't be prudent to do that.
You don't always want to release all of the evidence that you have, especially like until yesterday, we weren't sure what the police were going to do with this. Although the night that it happened, the police saw the same video that everybody else saw before it went viral and decided that they weren't going to prosecute anybody. And that was a sound decision. Then the video went viral and the police had to take a second look at it, and they've ultimately decided that they're still not going to prosecute anybody. And it's still a sound decision. So up until that point, it wouldn't be prudent to release the video that I have access to. But also, we gave a statement. We gave a statement to the Poughkeepsie Journal. We gave a statement to every news organization that knocked on my door, and there were a few telling a large portion of Milo's side of the story, and they didn't run it. They didn't put any piece of what we have. They did not make that publicly available, and I think that's a shame.
Do you want to do that here? Can you?
I'm doing it now.
I'm
doing it now.
Yeah.
So I just really want to implore, like, the public in general. I get how people can get excited when they see something like a viral video, but you also have to realize that it doesn't happen in a vacuum. Most of the time, it's not happening in a vacuum, and you have to realize that there are two. I told one reporter there are two sides to every story, sometimes three, and this was one such case where the public really rushed to judgment based on what they saw, and I get it. It looks like a disturbing video. But if you had only been a fly on the wall for the, half hour or so before that, leading right up to that moment, people would have had a far different reaction. They would have, in my opinion, which is why, like I said, nobody's getting prosecuted for this. And what I would like to see eventually is, the guy who's depicted in the video as the one who gets taken down, he owns a business on the same block. Like, we're all business owners in the city of Poughkeepsie. This is not how we should be acting toward each other. So I'm hoping there's an opportunity to sort of mend fences down the road.
That would be a good thing.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much, Attorney Jonna Spilbor.
Welcome.
We appreciate it. Now, if somebody has a letter that they want to share with us, maybe some legal advice that they need, of course, they can always contact us or you.
Yes,
right?
no problem. Too big or too small, right? Yeah. You can contact us at 845-485-2LAW. You can visit my website at jonnaspilborlaw.com, or you can find me on Facebook.
All right. Thank you, Jonna.